RRR is a 400 crore budget film that stars NTR and Ram Charan along with Alia Bhatt and Ajay Devgn in their pivotal roles. The two protagonists of the movie are inspired by real-life characters Alluri Sitaraman Raju, which is played by Ram Charan, and Kumaram Bhim, which is played by NTR. And a fictional tale is weaved around the lives of these two freedom fighters. The plot of the movie is set in the pre-independence era where the Britishers are creating core conflicts. Along with the plot building in the initial scenes, the lavish introductions of the two protagonists, Ram Charan and NTR, simply grips you to the movie. Dramatic, comic and action sequences follows one after the other after the introduction. All these sequences are added with some breathtaking cinematography that doesn't even let you blink your eyes in the screen even for a second. While the first half is very strong, the relatively weak conflict starts to reflect in the second half, and the audience might feel that there are some sequences and trails which are repetitive. The first half has plenty of moments to cheer you, even provide you with some goose flesh, but things slow down a little in the second half, while only the most engaging sequence apart from the climax is Ajay Devgn's background story, which is very promising. That was the plot of the film. Now let's come to my favorite section where we discuss the positive and negatives of the movie. Starting with the positives, of course. The first positive that I'll mention is my favorite tracks and sequences from the movie. The first is Ram Charan and NTR's introduction. Second being the first action sequence between NTR and Ram Charan together. The third is the Nacho Nacho sequence. Fourth being the intermission block. Fifth is Ajay Devgn's backstory. And sixth is the extended climax. All these above mentioned sequences are a must watch in the theater, so please do not miss out on the movie at all. Just visit the theater to watch all these sequences, and also for the following reasons. Second positive point is the acting performances. NTR and Ram Charan, presented as water and fire in the movie, they both carry the film on their shoulders. NTR roars like a young tiger, whereas Ram Charan carries his character with utmost grace, bringing the aspect of calm before the storm in his eyes. Talking about who did I like more? NTR was my favorite, who had a slight edge over Ram Charan as his character had better scope to perform. They both have put good impact with their Hindi diction as well, and Ajay Devgn has a pivotal appearance in the narrative. His background story framing is the heart of RRR, and after watching his performance, one will realize why from Bollywood only he could have done this role. Alia Bhatt has a short appearance in the film as Ram Charan's love interest, Sita, but after watching Gangubai, Razi and Highway, I felt that the talent was left unexplored and unused after giving her a generic character and a limited screen time in the second half. The third positive aspect of this movie is the action sequences that it provides. I am a fan of action in drama movies, and without a doubt I can say that every frame and every stunt choreographed in this movie has zero reference points and are all original. Seems like action has been conceptualized in Rajamouli's brain first and then executed by his action crew. The stunts are no doubt the best ever for Indian cinema, but it's the drama that elevates the sheer impact of visuals on the screen, especially in the first half where you remain on the edge of your seat. The fourth positive aspect is the climax. The slow impact of the second half is elevated by Rajamouli with the finale, which is definitely going to be written in the history of Indian cinema as one of the most important thrilling action sequences framed in a jungle. The presentation of NTR and Charan in the finale's 25 minutes is something that every actor would dream of performing. It is gripping, it is heroic, and it is as larger than life as it gets. It's the finale that gets the film back to its high points. Fifth positive aspect is the tech elements. We talk about the VFX, we talk about the cinematography, and most importantly, I want to talk about the score. The background music score, which is phenomenal. The music blends superbly well with the narrative when it comes to the songs. The songs are not just entertainers, but also take the plot of the movie further. The placement of the Nacho Nacho song is terrific, and while listening to the songs, you will find yourself shaking your legs in the auditorium, unaware of what's gonna come further in the movie. Well, these were the positive aspects. There are some points which I found a little underwhelming, and let's come to those. Number one is the Hindi dialogues. While both the actors have put in efforts to make sure that their Hindi dialogue delivery comes out well, but Bollywood audience would definitely be able to identify the emphasis with which the protagonists are trying to deliver them. The second underwhelming aspect is the lack of a strong villain. In the second half, I felt that the narrative which is there is void of a strong antagonist. The film and its conflicts could have been, gotten further strong with a stronger villain, but surprisingly, Rajamouli sir, who gave us Bhalal Dev, doesn't have a strong negative track in RRR, and that's what I thought was lacking a bit. The third underwhelming aspect was the movie's length. 3 hours is a lot of time in the world of movies where the average time duration has come down to 2 hours. Well, if we talk about the editing, the movie could have been trimmed by around 20 to 25 minutes as it rests on a simplistic plot without many complications in the narrative. The trimming of movie by 20 to 25 minutes could have made it even more engaging and gripping for the audience. The fourth underwhelming aspect is the Bollywood actors' inclusion. I felt that Ajay and Alia Bhatt were just added to attract the non-South Indian audiences, and I'm not sure if that would work out well, given in Bollywood most of the movies work out only on word of mouth and not on the actors. We have a prime example of this with Kashmir Files breaking records and BACHCHAN PANDEY not working in spite of having a very famous names included in the movie. Overall, RRR celebrates Indian cinema in all of its glory. S.S. Rajamouli sir brings in his own vision of creating big canvas drama with all the larger-than-life action around a routine tale of friendship. With an unimaginable interval block and a roaring finale, RRR has the best action sequences to offer in any Indian movie. It's rightfully termed as India's biggest action drama film, and you will have to watch this movie in the theaters because it's meant to be watched in the theaters. That was the video, guys. If you liked it, then like it, and if you loved it, then share it. And also remember to press the bell icon while subscribing so whatever I upload next, you get the notification first. Also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. The handles are right in front of you. Thank you so much.